Hey, it is Madam. Today, I know you see my desktop because I have it, but right now, installing, we are going to play the Klaxo Radio Hour radio, but it has a curse. So this is actually an audio-based thing about this radio. We have to figure out from different channels to see what we can do. So let's get into this game. Let's not go ultra. Just go high. Too much ultra. Okay.
Oh, hello there.
Yeah.
Isn't this antique radio a delight? And what wonders await on its channels? You must want to find out. If you would like to listen to a very special program, turn the dial to channel 4. Turn the dial to channel 3 to configure your listening experience for blind and low vision users.
Okay, so 4, you said.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
The makers of Klaxo effervescent tablets present Sandra McCall as Kat Keen, investigator. Each week this summer, Klaxo tablets, those nifty little pick-me-uppers, bring you the thrilling adventures of Kat Keen. Though she publishes hard-boiled crime fiction under the pen name Sterling Gray, plucky Kat always seems to find herself in the middle of a genuine mystery.
And just like those perky little bubbles in every glass of Klaxo, Kat always rises to the occasion. With the help of her friend and society maven Marjorie Banks, and the advice of her companion and lawyer Carlton Prescott. Yes, friends, Klaxo effervescent tablets. If life's got you down, you might as well be 6 feet under without a Klaxo.
Oh.
Say, you there, listening to this
Oh,
radio. You seem a smart, sensible consumer. Why not meet me on Channel 6 to hear more about all the things Klaxo can do for you?
Come now, Chester. They want to get to the mystery. You'll have time to shill your swill at the half. Dear listener, the story begins on Channel 1. Set the dial to Channel 1 to begin tonight's story.
Or to Channel 6 if you can't get enough Klaxo.
We'll go story.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
Everyone knows I write for the society pages, but that doesn't mean I have to enjoy going to all these functions. Still, when it's your best friend throwing the event, you have to go. For the paper and for Marjorie, I agreed to hobnob with the society elite, even if I'd rather be writing my next book. No, the only mystery I thought I'd be solving today was the one in my closet. Which dress to wear? Something to stand out, or something to blend
Who's
in?
down?
The flashy red number Marjorie persuaded me to buy on our last shopping adventure is on Channel 2. The more sedate navy two-piece that my mother loves is on Channel 4.
Let's see.
You have made
What
a
price
selection.
is it?
Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice
Confirmed.
confirmed.
That heck at the same time.
After some serious contortions to get into that red dress and no small amount of hemming and hawing over the proper shoes, I waited for Carlton to pick me up in his car.
Kat?
A little bit too close
that
there.
you?
Where's that?
You look like $1,000,000. And not unlike Lola Livings.
Who's that?
Oh, that's right. I forgot you have no interest in the crime novels of Sterling Gray. She's my favorite femme fatale in the whole series.
Oh, Sterling
Oh,
Gray
God.
again. I should have known.
Did you really just compare it to
Poor
a
dear
character in a
Carlton
book?
still had no idea Sterling Gray was the pen name where I did my most satisfying writing. I kept looking for an opportunity to tell him, but it was nice to have him as a fan without knowing it's me. Anyway, I let him
more
drive us to
awkward.
Marjorie's Save the Orphans gala, and even let him summarize my own novel to me as we drove.
Well, isn't this quite the affair? Marjorie really pulled out all the stops for this one.
Yes.
My dear, you've got your grumpy face on.
Oh, you know how much I love to mix and mingle with the idle rich.
Pish Tosh, you're a society writer. You love your job.
I said I loved being a writer.
Well, what else would you write?
What indeed? Silly me. But thank you. I promise to behave. We won't stay long, and then perhaps I'll let you take me to a motion picture.
I see the silent auction's drawing quite a crowd. Maybe I'll go have a look. Of course, if it's a Marjorie Banks party, I'm sure the buffet is also worth a visit. Take your time and make sure you get those vultures at the paper the requisite amount of fluff and gossip. I'll be only too happy to... Say, is that what I think it is? Excuse me, Kat, I'll be right back.
Man, you're gone.
Don't worry, I love to be abandoned at stuffy galas.
Stuffy? Really, darling, you'll stop my poor feelings into the carpet.
Marjorie, come here.
Marjorie heard.
You've outdone yourself. The ballroom's beautiful and the quartet's top-notch.
Thank you. And thank you for donating your book to the auction. Has Carlton noticed yet?
Not so loud, and yes. He was off like a shot not 5 seconds after he glanced in that direction.
Leaving a talented beauty like you unescorted was reckless. May I offer you my arm and give you the tour?
You may.
Where shall we begin?
Marjorie and I visit the silent auction on Channel 3. We wander past the buffet on Channel 6.
Let's go to channel 6.
You have made a selection.
Let's try 6.
Your choice will be confirmed in 3.
We don't want to go to the silent auction.
one.
Let's do 6 buffet.
Choice confirmed.
I don't know who's right or wrong.
And here we are at the trough with a rich and powerful sup.
Absolutely the finest caterers. A full stomach opens a lot of wallets. I always forget to eat at these events. We really should.
Yes, we can eat. Just help me quickly with the column. Keep your eyes peeled for scandal, gossip, and outrageous fashion.
Well, ordinarily I'd point you towards Teddy Foxbridge, but I see his place card hasn't even been collected yet. There's his fiancée, though, with that infamous sparkling diamond brooch of hers that she never misses an opportunity to wear.
Of course.
Her name will come to me. Oh, yes, Evelyn Drake.
If that gentleman helping her adjust that brooch isn't her fiancé, then someone's being quite bold. If Carlton saw someone that familiar with me... Wait, I know him. That's Arthur Erickson.
Every posh gent's perennial sidekick.
He's also a defense attorney. Carlton squares off against him fairly often. I can't imagine why he'd take such liberties with Evelyn.
Oh, there's no story here, Kat.
I just realized
Arthur
wallpaper
and
has
Teddy are thick as thieves, and
like,
Arthur loves Evelyn like a sister. Always looking out for the pair of
happy
them.
face.
That's why the upper crust like having Arthur
Rain
around.
drops.
He's a real swell.
Speaking of swells, why is Carlton spending so much time over at the silent auction? Oh, no, he's bidding on that first edition Sterling Grey book I donated. Marjorie, come quick before that dope bids a month's salary on a book I have a box full of in my mother's attic. Overall, the evening was an unqualified success. Except for the missing Teddy Foxbridge. It's one thing to let an expensive ticket go unused, but the sundial he promised to donate to the silent auction would have been a big-ticket fundraiser for Marjorie's cause. Because I'm a good friend, and also because my editor felt my column was a little boring, I volunteered to look in on Teddy and find out the reason for the no-show. That's when things turned interesting. No one home at the Foxbridge residence. No sign of Teddy anywhere for days.
I still think you're hoping for a mystery because you want a more exciting column.
Well, think that if you want, but I did some following up. Teddy Foxbridge hasn't shown up for a single appointment or meeting in days. I asked around.
We got a mystery.
He's a wealthy businessman who has a reputation for being reliable. If he's missing, he could be in real trouble.
Be that as it may, when I introduce you to Evelyn, don't start by blurting out you think her fiancé is in mortal peril.
When have I ever been less than a dear, Marjorie?
Don't make me answer that. Now behave. We're here.
I know I promised Marjorie I'd be on my best behavior, but I couldn't escape the feeling all was not right with this Foxbridge. Blurting out my suspicions to Evelyn is on Channel 1. Being more delicate with my questions is on Channel 2.
Let's go delicate.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1.
Choice confirmed. Yeah, there's more audio, so it's not really me talking much.
Oh, Marjorie,
must,
darling, what a nice surprise. And what a lovely event that was the other night. You should be so proud.
Ev, you're a delight as always. I'm only sorry we didn't have more time to catch up.
That's for the same reason as always. You moved so fast through the room. You were a social blur. I didn't even have time to tell you the news.
News? Oh, heavens, yes, tell me everything. But first, where are my manners? Do you know Catherine Keene? She writes for the society pages. We've been friends since childhood.
The society pages? In that case, I should perhaps be a little more careful with my news, at least until it's public.
Oh, you can trust Kat with a secret, I promise. Right, Kat?
A lockbox of secrets, that's me.
No, I don't think so.
Well, Certain secrets are what the society pages are all about. And seeing as how you're a friend of Marjorie's, I'll happily give you the scoop. Teddy finally married me!
Oh my, are you quite serious? I wasn't invited.
No one was. We eloped. I was beginning to think we
Where
would
is
set some
Teddy?
kind of record for the longest
the thing.
engagement, and then last weekend we were married at sea.
At sea? You're pulling my
Ooh,
leg.
see.
Oh, of course I've always wanted a
Questions.
big to-do, but Teddy's stutter and stage fright have proven quite an obstacle to setting a date. The last time we even got close to booking a church, he fainted right there in the rectory office.
A wedding at sea makes a splash in its own way. But I can't imagine a married man wanting to be away from his new bride so quickly.
Oh, Teddy's always so busy with business.
Is that why we didn't see Teddy at the fundraiser the other night?
Oh, no. Teddy stays frightfully busy with all his dealings.
Mm-hmm.
He makes investments and does a lot of traveling. That's how he came by the sundial for your auction.
Oh, but didn't you notice? The sundial wasn't at the auction.
Now, that's strange. Arthur promised me he would deliver it since Teddy might be delayed coming back from his
Arthur's
trip.
been delivered the trip.
Inspecting some mine in South America. Charlie wants him to invest in it.
See?
Charlie wouldn't stop talking about it to
Arthur?
Arthur even as the boat left
And
the
the
marina.
mine.
Arthur's investing.
No, but he has a vested interest in protecting Teddy from everything. He's such a loyal best friend like that. And thank goodness for him helping out while Teddy's away.
The best
I
suspects.
apologize if we were cloistered so much at your gala. We had a very big secret to keep, after all. Arthur's such a dear friend. Teddy couldn't have asked for a better best man.
But you still need a witness or the wedding doesn't count, right?
Oh, Charlie helped out. The boat was Arthur's idea to help Teddy get past the stage fright of a big crowd, but Charlie took care of chartering the boat and was there to see his chum married.
And the sundial?
Maybe the plans to bring it to the auction changed. You know men. I'm just happy the sundial's not in the house anymore. It gave me the creeps.
I have to say, you're so admirably restrained. I know if Carlton ever got around to marrying me, I'd want to know where he was at all times.
And maybe that's why he hasn't married you yet. I used to pester all the time, but I've learned it's better not to meddle when a man says he's up to business. If his investment partner and his best friend tell me he's too busy to call, I'm inclined to believe it's important.
I doubt it.
You mentioned that before. He's away?
Oh, yes. Somewhere in South America, I think. He's looking into some large mining investments. It seems like
I
he
don't
and
know.
Charlie made quite a find.
When was the last time you heard from him? Is there a way to contact him?
I don't see that's any of your business, Miss Keene. My husband is busy. I have no idea what became of the sundial, but it seems a moot point with the fundraiser over and already a success. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a frightful amount to prepare for when he returns, which I have been assured will be soon.
Oh, of course. Thank you for your time, Evelyn.
Yes, and congratulations.
Ooh, the suspects, yeah.
Are you proud of me? I behaved. I'm not sure we learned much.
Maybe there was nothing to learn.
I didn't say we learned nothing.
Oh, I can tell from that tone of voice that Kent Manning is about to jump off the pages of a Sterling Gray novel and once again get us into trouble. The case of the missing sundial, coming to bookshelves everywhere.
Not the missing sundial. The missing Teddy Foxbridge. I had the strong feeling Evelyn wasn't telling us everything. In fact, she definitely told us 3 important somethings. 1, they chartered a boat
Yes.
to be married at sea, which means they needed a sea captain to marry them. 2, Arthur was present.
Yeah.
And 3, so was Charlie.
See? Suspects.
Marjorie and I interviewed Charlie on Channel 3. We interview Arthur on Channel 4. We try to find the sea captain on Channel 5.
Go to channel 3.
You have made a selection.
Let's try him
Your
first.
choice will be confirmed in 3, 2,
Arthur seems like
1. Choice confirmed.
Who's Charlie? And the secret will be hard to find. You gotta find out who everything.
Funny thing about Charlie Gilbert, the only person who ever described him as Teddy's business partner was Teddy's new wife. I wanted to know more, so I persuaded Marjorie to come along. Plus, we needed to use her tennis club membership.
Of course.
How is it that you've had a membership here this long and yet you're still rotten every time we play tennis together? Maybe you should switch tennis pros.
Wait until you see the pro. Oh, look, there he is.
Your pro?
No, Charlie Gilbert, over there by the towels. Shall we?
Well, hello again, Marjorie. Wonderful event the other night. Congratulations.
Congratulations to you. I understand you won more than a few of the silent auctions.
Oh, yes, that reminds me. Thank you for the incredible generosity, Charles. I'm so glad life's looking up for you. Whenever you'd like to drop off the check is fine, of course.
Certainly. The moment Teddy's back from his trip and we've concluded business, I'll be ready to write you that one. And more.
Oh, we missed Mr. Foxbridge the other
Ah.
night. He's doing business with you?
Well, he's strongly considering it. Traveling to look at a mine I found in Peru. Expect him back any day now.
So you're a
I understand it's
big
difficult to send a telegram from the remote parts of the jungle. That's off the record, of course, Miss Keene. I hope not to read anything in your column about me just yet.
Marjorie, why is it that everywhere we go today, people think I can't keep a secret?
Huh.
Probably because you're so good at it that no one knows how accomplished you've become. Although rumor is you're keeping quite a big secret, Charles.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Perhaps a boat ride will refresh your memory?
Oh, that is.
So it's true. Evelyn and Teddy were married at sea?
Oh, just a bit of fun. No real story there. They've been engaged for such a long time. I was happy to be invited and help where I could. Kind of a cockamamie scheme Arthur came up with. But I knew a man with a boat, and it was the best way to appease Evelyn. That stutter of Teddy's has always been such an impediment in more ways than one. Marjorie, I'm sure you know how desperate Evie's been to finally get married, Teddy's stage fright or not.
No, she's far from alone. My own gentleman's been stringing me along forever. Where was this marina and this man with a boat you spoke of?
Why, Miss Keene, a woman with stems like that needs a partner who can keep up.
Hey.
Tell me, do you play tennis?
Oh, I'm full up on doubles with Marjorie here, but I'm known to enjoy a boat ride.
I'll write the marina information down
please.
for you.
On the back of your card. How thoughtful and convenient.
With any luck, I'll have a boat of my own at that marina soon enough.
Ah.
Do keep in touch, Miss Keene.
I don't remember the part in the Sterling Gray novels where Kent Manning does quite so much flirting to find his clues.
That's only because he doesn't have the stems for it. Fancy a trip to the marina?
You always take me to the nicest places.
Do we ever?
When you write for the society pages, sooner or later you end up at a party on some fancy person's boat. Me, I don't think all that rocking and swaying pairs well with the hors d'oeuvres or the free champagne. I prefer to keep both feet firmly on the ground. All the same, when Marjorie and I came upon the boat used to marry Teddy and Evelyn and found it completely unattended, the decision to hop aboard came easily.
It did.
Cat, what do you think you're doing?
Permission to sneak aboard, sir? Granted, sailor. Much obliged, Captain. Come on, Marjorie, let's have a little look around.
Yes.
Maybe we'll find one of those clues detectives are known to uncover.
I definitely wore the wrong shoes for today's itinerary.
Come on, we may not have a lot of time.
You should really wear the right
What are we
shoes when you're
looking
with.
for?
We'll know it when we see it. Something's odd about this married at sea story. Now that we've found the yacht, maybe we'll find something that fills in the gaps and tells us where Teddy Foxbridge really is.
Okay, let me think about where it makes the most sense to start. We probably don't have a lot of time to search everywhere. There might be clues in the stateroom below.
Wherever the captain keeps his things, there might be something worth finding too. A log or something.
I wonder what else is below besides the staterooms. The wedding party had to keep their things somewhere.
Oh.
We explore the staterooms on Channel 1. We snoop the captain's quarters on Channel 2. We search the rest of the ship on Channel 6.
Oh, the captain's room.
You have made a selection. Your
I
choice
feel
will
like
be
a room
confirmed in
worth there.
3,
Before we go.
2, 1. Choice confirmed.
I hope I made the right choice.
Remind me not to become romantically involved with any more nautical types.
The smell in here should do all the reminding you ever need.
Agreed. Let's not spend too long in here. Madam Detective, do you have any particular kind of snooping in mind?
Kind of. I was hoping to find something like a captain's log, but this might do.
What's
Is
that?
that the captain's ledger? Let me see.
Ooh.
I manage the books for the charity.
I've had it.
Oh, that's odd.
Hmm.
Well, it's right here, all right. Foxbridge, party of 3.
There should definitely have been 4. The bride, the groom, the best man, and Charlie, who paid and was the witness.
The charge is for 3. Wait, look. The back half of this is the captain's records.
Oh.
He had a copy of the marriage certificates from the past 6 months.
Okay.
Let's see who's on the paperwork and who's missing. That's odd. The Foxbridge copy. It should be right here.
Oh, it's missing?
Noted. Let's keep looking. We investigate the stateroom on Channel 1. We search the rest of the ship on Channel 6.
Let's go to stateroom then.
You have made a selection.
So we have the marriage
Your
certificate
choice will
from
be
this one.
confirmed in 3,
And there's only 3 people on the ledger,
2,
and there should be 4.
1. Choice confirmed.
So there's something going on with the boat. Very, very.
I don't know what I was expecting, but this is unimpressive. The wedding theme in here is more garish than the nautical theme on the rest of the boat. What are we looking for?
We'll know it when we find it.
Of
Something
course.
that got left behind. The moments before a wedding are frantic.
It's a good thing we're both such experts in what that's like.
Oh, hush. Look in that closet. I'll look under the bed.
This boat seems like it does a lot of weddings. Half a dozen probably happened since Teddy and Evelyn.
About that. Tell me, do you still think Teddy Foxbridge got married on this boat?
Why are you smiling like that? Did you find a clue under the bed already?
Don't have to. Look at the wall.
Ugh, I'm trying not to. These
What about
have
the
to
wall?
be the least flattering wedding portraits I've ever seen. Did the captain forget to take off his fake eye patch before he took these?
What's not on the wall?
It
Oh.
takes time for film to come back from the developer, Cat.
Come look in this drawer.
These are the ones he hasn't framed yet.
The photos have dates. Some of these are from after the Foxbridge wedding, which means...
Does it mean anything?
I think it means the photo doesn't match the story we're being told. Or else it would
Oh.
be here. Either someone took it, or they're the only couple to ever get married who refused a photo.
That is peculiar.
That is.
But we need more to go on. Let's look somewhere else.
So there's a marriage certificate missing. There's no photo.
Do you hear that?
Hear what?
Quiet. Someone else is here.
Uh-oh.
The captain?
Maybe. But something feels wrong.
What was that?
Hear that.
We're moving to the galley. Quietly. Better to not take any chances.
There's only one way to the deck and the docks. We're trapped down here.
One problem at a time. Let's move. Careful.
Sorry, not a lot of room to move in here. Cat, what are you doing with that chef's knife?
Taking no chances. Shh.
Someone's coming.
Oh,
Stay
I
behind
heard
me.
I've got the frying pan. Let me try that before you go stabbing anyone. Get behind me.
Quiet. That shape in front of the door.
I can't make out who it is. Cat, he's coming this way.
Be quiet.
Well, now, it seems like Kat's gotten herself into quite a sticky situation this time. I'm certainly on pins and needles.
Why? What are you...
But first, a word from
No!
our sponsor.
But the story was just getting interesting.
no
I'm sure our
sponsor.
listeners can't wait to get right in the middle of things. Must you interrupt, Chester?
I'm afraid I must. Those are the terms of my sponsorship deal. After all,
No!
and who
We
would
don't
want
want-
to hear about the deal
No!
of a lifetime?
None of us.
And all because of Klaxo.
No, I don't...
Yes,
Ah.
friends, those nifty little
I want
bubbles
you
will
to-
set you
I actually
free
want to know more
from
about the story. I
worries
don't
of
want
your
to know about
day.
you.
And
I'm gonna
just
interrupt
wait
him.
until you hear the deal Klaxo has for you.
No.
It's not to be missed.
Well, they could miss it. The story continues with no meddlesome and boring interruptions on Channel 3.
Okay.
The deal of a lifetime for anyone who cares about their life is on Channel 5.
Sorry, I gotta go channel 3, man.
You have made a selection.
I don't
Your
care what
choice
you do
will
of a
be
lifetime.
confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
Yeah, better. Okay, so she screamed.
Marjorie and I have done our fair share of snooping as amateur sleuths,
Excuse me.
and we've even been caught a few times. But being trapped on a boat and stalked by a mysterious stranger was definitely the worst it's ever been.
I bet.
Until we realized we were trapped on the boat being stalked by 2 mysterious strangers.
2?
Who's that? Did you see? There's 2 of them who catch us swinging that frying pan.
Got him!
What the blazes? Marjorie! Ow!
Someone find the lights. Carlton!
Catherine.
What happened to the other guy?
Oh, he got away when you gave me a demonstration of your skills in the kitchen. That's going to leave a lump.
Come here, let me see.
You're not getting out of this that easy. What did you two think you were doing sneaking around like that? Trespassing?
We weren't the only trespassers. And speaking of which, shouldn't we go after him?
No point. I didn't get a good look, and he's bound to be off the boat and probably lost in the marina by now. I got a solid hit in. He'll be sporting quite the shiner.
That sounded like Spanish she was speaking.
It did.
Might be enough to track him down.
Oh, no, you don't. This is not about to become another ill-advised, cat-keen misadventure.
I think you mean mystery.
Mystery.
Wait until you hear what we found.
Yes.
It can wait until we're back home. Otherwise, I'm going to have to prosecute myself for breaking and entering.
Oh. We were close to the guy.
Having another?
The first bourbon was medicine. This one's to keep my temper. You both could have been seriously hurt. Lucky I was there.
About that, why were you, of all places?
No time to litigate
Oh,
that
no,
point,
no,
dear.
no.
From now
No,
on,
no,
we're
no.
going to investigate this like professionals.
Why were you there?
Professionals like Sterling Gray.
Professionals like those of us in law enforcement. Now, as I see it, ladies, there are 3 big tasks. Someone needs to look into this mine Teddy's supposedly visiting. Someone needs to track down the thug who snuck onto the boat and learn what he was after. And someone needs to go to Evelyn again and check her story based on what we now know.
I want to talk to Evelyn.
I do.
I can use the Society
want to hear
Pages
from her.
article as a pretext.
That leaves the other 2 assignments fairly easy to divide up.
Don't be so sure.
I go to a rough establishment and track down the thug, while Marjorie investigates the Peruvian mine on Channel 1.
I take the softer approach to tracking down the thug, while Carlton looks into the mine financials on Channel 4.
Oh, I kind of want to continue with her, but I want to go with him.
I go to a rough establishment and track down the thug, while Marjorie investigates the Peruvian mine.
Nah, I gotta.
You have made a selection.
I think I'll go with
Your
her.
choice will be
She's
confirmed
this
in
way, Michael.
3, 2,
I don't know. Hopefully.
1. Choice confirmed.
Man, this is a big one.
Carlton wasn't happy about the idea of sending Marjorie to spend time with seedier characters, but her attempts to persuade him were enough to convince him that she might have some luck, even with the rougher crowd.
Well, she's got the
It helps
charm
that
of
we
a
both
lady.
stroked his lawyer ego by admitting we were helpless when it comes to the intricacies of legal contracts and international finance. That left me to go see Evelyn and poke at her story.
Let's see.
One problem. No one was home.
Uh-oh.
I tried peering in the windows, but it looked like a party planning committee had exploded in there. Since my own little boating adventure, I knew that Evelyn's wedding hadn't gone down quite like she said it did. She was not telling the entire truth.
Yes, I
and
know.
I thought there was bound to be a clue in her home. Alternatively, since Carlton got so fussy about breaking and entering, I thought I could be less Sterling Gray mystery writer and a bit more Cat Keen society writer. I thought I might see if the newsrooms turned up any gossip about Miss Evelyn. I look for another way into Evelyn's home on Channel 5, or I try the hot gossip in the newsroom on Channel 6.
5 or 6. You can go to gossip room? We can go to 5.
You have made a selection. You
I
have
want to find
made
another way in.
you have made a selection.
I want to find
Your
another one. I want
choice
to
will be
experience. I don't want
confirmed
to
in
go
3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
I know it's part of breaking. It's gonna be the door. Hey!
Of all the places to put a pond. After I extracted my soggy shoe from the water, I found a window to peep through. I'd never seen so much flatware and streamers in one space.
Wow.
She'd been busy pulling out all the stops.
Yes.
I especially liked the crepe paper banner declaring Teddy and Evelyn forever. Wherever Teddy was, it seemed clear Evelyn expected him to come home soon to a wife and a heck of a wedding reception. I still had some time before I was due to meet back up with Marjorie and Carlton, but not a lot to show for my effort so far. Because I couldn't go back with so little and call myself a proper detective, I decided to use the remaining time to try and get the straight story from someone who was on the boat. But who to try? Business pal Charlie or best friend Arthur? I go to check in on Charlie Gilbert on Channel 2. I interview Arthur Erickson on Channel 3.
Let's go with Arthur. I want to see what he has to say.
Your
We're going
choice will be
Charlie, right?
confirmed
Let's try
in
Arthur.
3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
Like it's yellow light for this. Suddenly turns to blue light when we talk in the story.
I tried Arthur Erickson at his law office, but the secretary informed me I just missed him. It didn't take much to get it apart with his home address, however, so I hopped a cab downtown to his apartment.
Yes, what is it?
Hello, Mr. Erickson. My name is Catherine Keene. I'm a reporter with...
Oh, sure, I know you. You're Carlton Prescott's lady friend.
No, of course.
I can't give you details on any case, Miss Keene. Carlton and I may be on opposite sides in the courtroom, but we're professional colleagues.
Oh, this has nothing to do with Carlton or work, and I'm dreadfully sorry to bother you at home. This is a fairly critical matter involving Teddy Foxbridge.
Teddy? He's off in South America, unless I'm much mistaken.
Oh, I have reason to believe he should be home quite soon.
You do? That seems unlikely. I mean, it's just that Peru is so remote.
Oh!
Have you heard something?
Oh!
Wait, please come in. No need to leave you outside on the steps.
Wait. What? Oh, you just
Please
said
make yourself at
restore,
home.
and then you say you
And
shouldn't.
do please tell me what you've heard about Teddy.
You seem quite concerned about Mr. Foxbridge.
I obviously care about my friend a good deal.
You just
I don't think it was wise to jet off to a dodgy gold mine and leave poor Evelyn all alone. It makes no sense to neglect a woman like Evelyn under those circumstances. I just don't understand.
What circumstances?
Brave enough to fly to Peru, but not brave enough to stand at the altar.
It seems like you don't approve of the wedding, but I understood that you were the best man.
Seems you're quite the reporter after all. Do you help Carlton on his cases?
You could say I'm more of an inspiration.
But tell me now, what is it you've heard about Teddy?
I just popped around Evelyn's place, and I can see she's planning quite the reception upon Teddy's return. I'm going to be writing a nice piece for her. As you're his best friend, I hope to surprise her with a really touching tribute and a few details only a best friend might have.
Ooh.
Details such as what precisely?
Well, you're one of the only ones who was present for the ceremony itself. I can persuade editorial to leave room for a photo since it's for friends. You wouldn't happen to know if there was a photo taken of the happy couple?
The whole point of the ceremony was to keep the public's nose out of the private affairs, Miss Keene.
I quite understand. Of course, the paper likes to have a copy of the marriage license on hand before going to print, ever since the Katerina affair. You remember that, of course?
Yes, that's standard practice now. I'm afraid I can't help you with that.
Ooh.
Such a shame.
Why?
I had no idea what the Katerina affair was. I made it up on the spot. Katerinas are always getting into trouble, though.
Ah.
I was now certain Arthur was hiding something.
He is.
But was it to protect his best friend or himself? I could use 2 different tactics with Arthur, but which one would get me the best return?
Okay. Which way?
Play it safe and hope he said something useful, or take the more daring approach and risk it all. I play it safe on Channel 5. I take the more daring approach on Channel 6.
Let's play safe.
You have made a selection.
We might slip
Your
up.
choice will be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice confirmed.
I wonder if it's going to slip up or something. He might.
Are you certain there's no way to contact Teddy? I would love to stop bothering people with this. You know how editors are with deadlines. It's most peculiar how hard this little society blurb has been to wrap up.
You know what, Miss Keene? I'm going to level with you. Off the record, of course.
Of course.
I've been a bit worried myself.
Uh-huh.
No one in town's been wanting to touch any of Charlie Gilbert's mining investments. I don't see the usefulness in going all the way to Peru to learn what anyone with a lick of business sense already knows.
What?
That mine is not only a bad place to trust with your money, but a bad place to trust with your life.
Surely you don't think Teddy Foxbridge is in any kind of danger?
I'm telling you that in remote parts of Peru, one cannot be sure of anything, Miss Keene.
Ooh.
I find it convenient that in Teddy's absence, Charlie's been putting so much pressure on Evelyn to publicize the wedding, get her name on the bank accounts, and start making business decisions.
Are you saying she might not be telling the whole truth?
No, not Evelyn, never. She's far too good for anything like that. If I seem agitated, it's only because I think of her welfare. I don't want her to be taken advantage of. Women have no head for business or schemes, as I'm sure you well
seems to be
know.
our
Oh,
main
naturally. We're
suspect.
hopeless at schemes.
I wish I could be more help to you, Miss Keene.
I appreciate your effort and your concern. If I hear anything, I'll be sure to pass it along. Oh, and I'll say hello to Carlton for you.
Give him my best.
So we have a main suspect.
I took the first cab back to Carlton's place with plenty to think about.
We have.
Arthur seemed to distrust Charlie and was especially concerned about Teddy's safety while in Peru. I could see he thought Evelyn was blameless in any kind of collusion, but I'd been to her place. Anyone who can plan that kind of reception can plan anything, even murder.
Oh, I put more towards Charlie, though. For some reason.
The taxi dropped me back at Carlton's place, and I breezed in only to find both my gentleman friend and my erstwhile best gal both looking far too worried.
Uh-oh.
What's the matter with the pair of you? Am I that late?
You did seem to take your time. I'm not going to say I was worried, but...
Evelyn wasn't at home. I found myself with a little extra time, so I made one more stop, and I learned a few things. But first, tell me what you found.
Are you sure you're okay?
Of course I am, but what about you?
Kat, I know you were hoping for something more damning when you asked me to look into the financials and paperwork around the mine, but I don't know if I have that. The gossip may say that Charlie Gilbert's made a bad decision, but there are several large corporations here in America looking to make deals for some of the mining operations starting up in Peru. Not just gold, but copper, too. Charlie might be onto something, and it's entirely possible Teddy Foxbridge is not being hoodwinked. There's maybe nothing shady at all about the mine.
Well, that doesn't mean there's no crime going on.
Well, now that you mention it, I did learn something strange. When I requested certain documents to be pulled, I saw that Arthur Erickson had already pulled them days ago, including the ones that detailed the exact location of Charlie's mine.
See?
But
Getting
what
closer
can
to
that
Charlie.
mean? I'm sure there's an innocent explanation.
Nah.
But after the day I've had, I'm inclined to think the worst.
Marjorie, you were trying to track down the man who tussled with us on the yacht. I take it you found something less pedestrian in your trip to the low side of town?
Never underestimate my charms, darling.
Yeah,
I never do.
of course.
You're not serious. You actually managed to learn something?
In spite of what Rich Manning or any of Sterling Gray's other rough and tumble detectives might tell you, sometimes you learn more with a bat of your eyelashes and a little genteel flattery. And it helps to pretend that your husband is a no-good scoundrel and you need some slightly unsavory help to sort it out.
Uh-oh.
You found the thug on the boat?
He was already gone, but the other lowlifes told me plenty. Catherine, I have to tell you that I'm a little worried. This particular gentleman's expertise is in contract killings. They said something about another man in a good suit coming around here and hiring the man to go to Peru and get somebody's husband out of the way.
What did he look like?
Honestly, it could have been either Charlie Gilbert or Arthur Erickson, or anyone else who looks kind of like them.
Wait.
But still,
Peter Arthur
I'm
with the
worried.
flowers.
Based on what we found, I'm pretty sure Teddy Foxbridge is still alive. But I'm now suddenly worried he might not be that way much longer. Carlton, we need to get a message to Peru, and it seems like telegrams might not be fast enough.
Let me make a call or two. The U.S. attorney might be able to put me in touch with the embassy.
And in the meantime, there's a culprit here to deal with.
But we don't have enough evidence.
Then we'll have to draw it out.
Well, well. On the edge of your seat? Are you certain of the culprit? The time has come to arrive at a solution.
Okay.
I wonder if you've got what it takes to unravel the threads. Let's make a little wager, shall we?
No.
But before that happens, let's have a nice, refreshing Klaxo. Nothing goes with wagering your mortal soul on the correct solution to a mystery like the refreshing taste of Klaxo.
Go away,
effervescent
Klaxo.
tablets. Yes, friends, the power of those little grapefruit bubbles
Go
is
away,
known to have
Klaxo.
a keen effect on the memory.
Guys, I don't
Everyone
think
wants to have their noggin in tip-top
that the
shape
girl
to remember the
is
great deal
involved
Klaxo
in
is
it?
offering to listeners of this
I
program.
highly doubt she's
And
involved.
if you'd like to know more,
Enough! Silence! Back in your box! I have the power here. This is my story. This is my deal. These are my souls.
No listener has ever arrived at the correct solution. Your souls are as good as mine already, you poor fools. You'll be collected and give life to my stories in here for another 50 years. There's nothing you can do about it.
Okay.
So turn to Channel 3 and let's finish the program. Only a correct solution will save you.
Okay, it's gonna be Arthur or Charlie.
You're likely doomed already, but the story demands an ending, and we play by the rules here. Channel 3, and only Channel 3.
What have I said? My friend is sick.
You're likely doomed already, but
Fine.
You have made a selection.
Can't
Your
choose
choice
anything
will
else.
be confirmed in 3, 2, 1. Choice.
Because you didn't give me a
confirmed.
choice. It was a choiceless choice. Think a radio?
Thank you all for coming on such short notice.
Your message was urgent. You said it had something to do with Teddy. Is he all right?
Honestly, we don't know. I have Carlton making some calls right now and hope to know more soon. What I'm absolutely certain of is that Teddy Foxbridge was never on that boat, and you all knew it. I think we ought to have a short chat. The police are on the way.
Now, wait just a minute. What exactly is this?
Miss Keene, you better come to the point and in a hurry.
I wouldn't be in such a hurry to get up and leave, any of you. Not until you've heard the evidence we've uncovered.
Evidence? What evidence?
I'm glad you asked. Based on all the clues I had so far, there were several explanations that made sense to me. In all scenarios, the evidence pointed to Teddy never being on that boat.
Mm-hmm.
As to why, it's possible Charlie and Evelyn were working together, most likely to steal Teddy's money and invest in the mine while he
Yeah,
was
I would
trapped
kinda
in
say
South America.
Charlie.
The wedding was just a
Arthur.
sham to get the money and use Arthur as an alibi. Of course, it's possible Charlie was acting alone, and Arthur and Evelyn were innocent. Charlie needed the investment, and he was determined to get it any way he could. Or it wasn't about money at all. Maybe it was Arthur, his obsession with Evelyn being the perfect motive to strand Teddy and send a killer to get him out of the picture.
Don't.
Or maybe Evelyn finally had enough of waiting to be a bride. Maybe she got Teddy out of the way to get access to his investments and move on with her life. But there's one more possibility. If you're listening to this, it's possible there is no real solution, and it's all a trick to steal your soul. I accuse Arthur of staging a wedding and plotting a murder on Channel 1. I accuse Charlie of acting alone on Channel 2. I declare it was Charlie and Evelyn working together on Channel 4. I say it was Evelyn acting alone on Channel 5. You can decide this is all a trick and stake your life on it by tuning to Channel 6.
Let's go 2. I want to
You have made
say
a selection.
Charlie.
Your choice
Seems
will
to
be
point
confirmed
more
in
towards
3,
Charlie.
2,
Are you
1.
more
Choice
concerned?
confirmed.
I don't trust Charlie.
Regardless of whether the mine in Peru is a good investment, there's only one person who could be keeping Teddy down there against his will. The one who stands to benefit.
Now wait just one moment.
You set up the scheme to get him out of the way. You got Evelyn to sign over his money and make the investment Teddy wasn't sure about. It was the only way to bail out your own bad investments.
Stay where you are, fella. The police are on their way.
You got this all wrong.
Do we? You paid for the fake wedding as well. Probably because you knew with Teddy out of the way, you'd have an easier time convincing Evelyn to invest in the mines with her new access to the bank accounts.
Charlie, how could you? Did you send a killer to Peru to commit the murder you didn't have the guts to do yourself?
No, this can't be right.
You've got the wrong guy. I don't know anything about a killer. This isn't me. I can't be the one.
He's right about that, at least.
No, we were so close.
God damn it.
I'm terribly sorry. You seem to have arrived at the wrong conclusion. Too bad. Klaxo!
Terribly sorry, friends. I no longer enjoy even the taking of souls like I used to. And
Yeah.
it's done. Don't worry out there. I didn't end your life right away. You'll have time to put your affairs in order, but sooner or later, you'll be joining us in here. That's the bad news. The good news is you'll probably get to figure out the true solution to the mystery.
I want to know who.
Likely. And I'm afraid that's all the time we have, folks. Tune in next time, if you dare.
What?
Good night.
Wait, quick! Thank you at least for getting closer to the truth. Most of the time, I'm the one they accuse. Thank you. That much is correct. Look, I've been saving up one last bit of power. It might be enough to take me back to the choice. It might be enough to try again. Wait! No! Let me go!
I accuse Arthur of staging a wedding and plotting a murder on Channel 1. I accuse Charlie of acting alone on Channel 2. I declare it was Charlie and Evelyn working together on Channel 4. I say it was Evelyn acting alone on Channel 5. You can decide this is all a trick and stake your life on it by tuning to Channel 6.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in
I want to
3,
try.
2, 1. Choice confirmed.
There is no solution to this mystery. It's a trap, a trick. It's an unwinnable game to harvest souls to keep us in torment forever. It's cheap and foolish.
You didn't even try to solve the mystery. Pathetic. If I wasn't so amused at your laziness, I'd be insulted how you wasted my time.
Honestly, weaving a mystery with no solution is a good idea. I'll have to remember that for the next time I strike a bargain to collect souls.
Next time? My dear Klaxo, do you think this arrangement is going to come to an end anytime soon?
Okay, so it's not Charlie.
No, the show must go on. And on, and on.
No.
Now hurry up and take care of harvesting my souls.
This isn't any fun at all.
And that's all the time we have. See you soon. The Klaxo Radio Hour was written, designed, directed, and constructed by Marcy Campos and Destiny Hill. Additional programming by Sean Bouchard. Featured in the cast were Sarah Elmaleh as Kat, Michael Annetta as Carlton,
No, I don't get another choice.
Campos as Marjorie,
This is Charlie.
Patrick
This is Arthur.
Waugh as Charlie,
This is Charlie
Aaron Shaver
and
as Evelyn,
Evelyn.
Derek Stockwell as Arthur, Sam
Or
Roberts
Evelyn
as
by
Captain
herself?
Hughes, Sean Bouchard as the bartender,
Why can't I
Amanda
do-
Powers as the secretary,
Can I get
and
more?
Colin Kelly as Klaxo.
Ah!
This is Jesse V. Hill.
No!
Original music composed and performed by Kyle Laporte. Thank you to Dara
Damn it.
O'Farrell and the USC Game Innovation Lab.
1 minute.
This is the Klaxo Radio Hour, signing off.
Oh. This sucks. We have a clue book, but I can't look at it. Oh, wait, what?
Oh, hello there. Isn't this antique radio a delight? And what wonders await on its channels? You must want to find out. If you would like to listen to a very special program, turn the dial to Channel 4. Turn the dial to Channel 3 to configure your
No.
listening experience for blind and low vision users.
I was trying to...
If you would like to listen to a very special program, turn the dial to Channel 4.
Shut up, you.
You have made a selection. Your choice will be confirmed in 3, 2,
I was hoping I could get the book.
1. Choice confirmed.
I could have gone through the entire time.
Accessibility mode is currently off.
Okay, whatever.
To turn it on, select Channel 1.
But here's interesting. Unfortunately, not finish the game. Cannot finish it the right answer. We will maybe another time. But anyway, I hope you like this. It's a good thing. It's quite a long one. But I like this. The short one, but the long one. So hopefully you all like this. If you want to see me try again and get the correct answer, please leave a comment below. Leave a like if you like this. Hope you leave a thumbs up if you like this. Hope you hit the subscribe button if you want to see more of this. More interactive audio sound stories like this. It'll be fun. And as always, hope you have a good day and I'll see you in the next video. Bye. That was close. Close.